Hello, Athziri.
Hello.
How are you doing? It's been a while, huh?
A little bit. I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing pretty well, thank you. So, how is life treating you now? So, where do you live now?
Um, I'm living in Guadalajara, Mexico for now.
What
In
is
the
it?
lockdown for
Guadalajara?
a while. Yep,
Yeah, where? What country is it?
Mexico.
Oh, is it Guadalajara? No?
Guadalajara is the name of my state.
Oh, I know the name. I know the name. All right, cool, cool, cool. And what's the weather like there?
Actually, super hot. We are 40 degrees now.
Yeah, I mean,
But because May is the hottest month in the year, I think.
like, is this like summer in Mexico?
I think it's spring.
Oh, okay. All right, it's like pretty much the same as in Africa, in the rest of the world. All right, good, good, good. So, what have you done since we last met? Did you pursue your studies? Did you take part in any organization? Because I know you're pretty much you're very much into these activities, right?
Yes, well, after Strasbourg, I had a chance to participate in a United Nations model in the UN headquarters in
All
New
right,
York.
wow,
There, I
interesting.
represented Bangladesh, and then
Mm-hmm.
I have been doing some volunteer activities for
Yeah,
youth
yeah.
people. I was an ambassador of my state, where I represent
Okay.
Sustainable Development Object SDGs of the UN.
All right.
And
So,
I
okay,
oh, but lately I have been more into entrepreneurship, I think.
okay.
Last year I had the chance to go. Well, I won a scholarship to go to Silicon Valley for one
Wow.
month to develop a high impact project.
Wow, interesting. I bet your CV is as big as Mexico itself, huh? I mean, it's full
Yep.
of experience and things that people would dream of doing. You mentioned Strasbourg, for the people watching us. Athir and I met in Strasbourg, and it was in the context of the Council of Europe. We were youth representatives of our countries and states. Yeah, I think it was very interesting. It was my first experience in France and the Council of Europe. Right, right, right. That's interesting. So, how many languages do you speak at City? So we know about English. We assume Spanish.
Yes, Portuguese. And I used to speak
Okay.
French, but actually I can only understand it because I didn't practice it. So practice your
All right.
English.
Right, right, right. So you speak Portuguese as well because of
Yep.
the okay, because of you have Brazil and you have several other countries that speak Portuguese, right?
I don't know how many.
Okay, I mean near Mexico. I know Brazil.
No. Well,
Brazilians
no,
speak
just
Portuguese.
Brazil.
Just Brazil,
No.
okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. So, tell us something about Mexico. Because if you ask someone about Mexican food, for example, they would say something like burrito or tacos, right?
Yes. Or
Is there,
tequila.
oh, tequila. For Moroccans or most Muslims, maybe tequila does not appeal to them much because they wouldn't drink. But I know it makes people kind of, I don't want to do a publicity for tequila. And can you tell us about the Day of the Death? You have this.
Yes.
What is it called? What is it called in Spanish? Dia de Muerte or something?
Ah, yes. Dia de
Oh,
Muertos.
yeah, yeah, okay. So, what is the idea there? I mean, people don't know about this, and they want to know.
Okay, we have a tradition here that we celebrate on the 1st of November,
First of
and that
November.
tradition, yep, that tradition represents that our every single member of our family or someone we loved and actually is dead come back to visit us on this special day, and we have to go
All right.
to
The cemetery.
mm, to the cemetery and to bring them the food they used to love, the toys they used to love. Also, there's people that take with them mariachis, and it's like
Yeah,
a
mariachi,
happy
the
festival.
guitarists.
Yes,
Yeah.
because
That's
you want
interesting.
to be with your loved one in a special way, in the way you remember him or her.
Right, right. That's interesting because remembering people is something that's cultural. The way we remember people is different from the way you remember people, which is also different from many other, like thousands of cultures that have very different, peculiarities and idiosyncrasies, etc. Right, right, right. Is there anything?
Do
So,
you
what
have
do you do
something?
now? Where?
Oh, well, I want to know, do you have something like that in Morocco? Morocco?
Um, okay. Do we have any Moroccans here to remind me if I miss? So, how do we remember people? Hmm. We usually just pray for them during prayer. Ramadan, Ramadan. So we are in. This is the
Oh,
month
yeah.
of Ramadan for Muslims, all over the world. And Ramadan is associated with religion. So the religiosity level goes, high, very high. There's a surge of religiosity, and people become, more religious, if we can say that. And of course, they remember their, beloved ones who, have left them, and they just pray for them, and they may give charity or alms to people who are in need. So we have Ashraf writing in the comments. He said, "We don't have any occasion like Day of the Dead." Yeah, I mean, not that extravagant, because the Day of the Dead, you have the mariachi, you have people taking a lot of food to the graves. Yeah. Yeah, Usama says, give charity on behalf of them. Yes, we have this thing. We give charity, we give alms um, to people who are in need. And we just mean it in a way that the dead person would himself or herself give it. It's like we say, here, $4 or $5 or something like this, or food for Ramadan. And this is a token, a symbol of love that we have for the person who has passed away. So that's how we remember people.
Mhm.
So it's pretty much more of an action than just prayer. Yeah. Awesome. So what do you do now? Like, what do you do in your life? Studies, work?
Now I just graduated from university and I started working in an Indian enterprise called Tata. And there I
Oh,
am
Tata, I know
self,
Tata. I know
yes,
Tata. By the way,
Tata
have
Consultancy Services,
right
that
have
one.
they have they changed the CEO of Tata?
Yes,
Now is
Rajiv
there?
something.
Yes, no, because there was Mr. Tata, like the person himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah,
Tata,
no, they changed it.
and the new CEO, is he an Indian himself or a foreigner?
An Indian.
Okay, because they were thinking about having a foreigner, become the CEO of the company. Did you hear this?
I'm
Did you
not,
get this part? Yeah. They
no,
were
I'm
thinking
not
about
sure.
this, but because Tata was managed by a family. It was a family company, and they were trying to go professional by having someone who is a foreigner, not only a stranger from the family, but also a foreigner from the culture. Yeah, that's interesting, Tata. That's a multinational, right?
Yes, it is super big. We are 4,000 employees just in my city.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. That's interesting. And you said, who joined us just now? Yasir Mashat. Remember Yasir?
Yes, I do.
The Tunisian crazy who wouldn't sit. Remember the hemisphere in the Council of Europe? Everyone was sitting, everyone was seated except for him. And he's now listening. He was just standing like, he's nuts.
Oh,
Yasir
I
used to
remember
follow you,
that.
or remember that?
Yes.
I will never forget that. I will never forget that. Yes, here you are. You have a screw loose, as we say in English. So you said you said graduated from university, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What did you get? What did you do?
Um, well, I studied international relations, but then I changed my career to software development.
Wow. Was it a BA or what degree was it?
Ah, yes, BA.
Oh, that's interesting. Good, good, good. And do you intend, or are you planning on staying in Mexico or going abroad?
Um, well, I think I will stay here for a while, but I will really love to live in Europe.
Yeah, yeah. Where
And
in Europe? France?
nah, not sure yet.
Not sure yet. All right. Why not? One day.
I'm still traveling.
Yeah, I know you're hardworking. You're very active, very busy. I've been following you since we met, and I think you will be somewhere. I mean, I won't be surprised when I see that you've become somebody important, and I hope it
Oh, thank you.
happens to you very soon. Yeah, yeah. So, as I promised, it wouldn't be very long. Thank you very much for joining us. I wish you,
Thank you.
you know, all the best in your life, success, health, happiness, and everything you want. Thank you very much, Athziri.
Thank you. See you.
I see you. Bye. Stay in touch. All right. Where is Mallorca? So Athziri was my Mexican friend, someone that I respect. I mean, I pretty much respect everyone, all my friends. That's why they're my friends.